All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Dana Wilson. I am the CEO and founder of CHIP, which stands for Changing How Individuals Prosper. We're a financial services marketplace, making it easier for you to find financial professionals who might better understand your unique needs and cultural values as it relates to your financial preferences. So, really excited to kick off our partnership story series, highlighting our partners who are helping to enhance different areas of our user experience for our customers, whether those are the financial professionals or it's those who are looking for financial professionals. So excited to kick this off with Ricky from citizenM. Welcome, Ricky.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Awesome. I know we were just kind of talking backstage about the weather. We're both in the tri-state area.
Yeah, finally getting through this winter.
Exactly, finally. But yeah, really excited to have you here and kicking this series off with us, and definitely want to talk more about citizenM and all the unique and amazing things that you all are doing over there. So just to kind of kick it off and get us started, tell us a little bit about citizenM hotels and just who you are.
Yeah, citizenM. So we're a Dutch hotel company originally. We started in the Netherlands in I think 2008. But now we have 36 hotels across the US, Europe, and Asia. Um, we try and have all of our hotels in major cities really centrally located. And kind of our motto is like affordable luxury, which essentially means we try and give like the experience and feel of a boutique hotel at a price point that's like more realistic for business travel. So we really focus on having a lot of nice common areas and just being a good place for business travelers to meet people on their trips, meet people when they're not staying with us, just in our lobbies and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of what we focus on.
I like that, affordable travel. I feel like we're all trying to get to that place, especially based on all that's going on in our economy and how people are trying to save. So, from a professional perspective, because we have a lot of professionals who utilize our platform and are traveling to meet clients, what are some things that kind of set citizenM apart for business professionals who are traveling and might be trying to make meetings to clients and those types of things?
Yeah, so I think it's like our hotels are really focused like on business travelers, like a ton. Like all of our room types are exactly the same. They're all one size. They're all for one or two people, single rooms. So it's really focused on that person that's traveling for business, not so much families and things like that. With that being said, we really focus on having lots of nice common areas in our hotels. So every one of our hotels has like what we call our living room space. It's like our version of like a lobby in a typical hotel. They're really big spaces that are great for. We have a coffee bar in there as well as a full beer, wine, and cocktail bar. They're great spots to meet either an investor, a business partner, or just get some work done on your own. They're huge spaces, lots of nice art and furniture. So that's really what we focus on. Is we want to be a place that like people can kind of meet and congregate, and not be a hotel where people are just sitting in their room the whole time. Is really the idea, which I think works really well for business travel. It's a kind of a more modern take on it, right? Where we want you to be meeting, being able to meet different business partners and things like that. So that's kind of how we shape the hotel. We also have a lot of events that are kind of business focused as well. So we'll have particularly at our New York and Miami hotels, we'll have like tech mixers and things like that going on all the time, where people that aren't staying with us can come in, check out our nice hotel, meet people and things like that.
Yeah, I think that's really cool and really important, right? To kind of combine both the hotel feel and business travel feel with also just the personal touches that make people want to come back so that they're having that experience, especially in
Yeah.
today's world, right? We're trying to get back to all these in real life events and connection and meeting new people. Can you talk a little bit more about how you all support those professionals, especially at these events, and how people can really get involved if that's something that they want to have for their companies or even for their clients?
Yeah, we do a ton of stuff. We try and have our spaces be available and like something we work with. We try and find events that we have a whole partnerships team that basically tries to find teams they can work with that really fit into who we're looking to have in our hotel and our target market and stuff, and work together to put together events, whether that's around new hotel openings or at existing hotels that are great places to meet people with similar interests is kind of what we focus on. The hotels themselves are really targeted towards business travel too, right? So very tech forward. So when you check into the hotel, you can do it without having to talk to a person. We have kiosks, so you can do the whole thing. Our ambassadors, who are the people working in the hotel, they're great too. They're always there to help. But if you're someone that just likes to kind of get in and go, you aren't short on time. You have a meeting to get to after, and you just want to check in and go. It's super easy to do that.
Awesome. Yeah, which is really helpful for professionals where it's like, yeah, we want to, do a lot of meeting and talking, but also sometimes you're
Yeah,
just exhausted.
exactly. Yeah, we want to kind of have it be how you want to use the hotel, right? So if you're someone that loves to spend a ton of time at the hotel and sit in the lobby while you have your coffee, we're always going to have our ambassadors are super friendly. They're going to be super interested in what you're doing in your business travel, make conversation with you, encourage you to make conversation with other people in the hotels. But if you're also someone that's just like, I need to get to my hotel and go to my office and get moving, like it's super easy to do that too.
Awesome. Yeah, I think all of us love a good like plug and play
Yeah,
scenario, right? How can
yeah,
I,
exactly.
do my work? I know, especially when I'm traveling, when you're in different lobbies, you're always looking for somewhere comfortable to sit where you can take a call and not have a ton of people all around you all the time. So I'm glad that, citizenM is
For
very
sure.
forward thinking in that.
Yeah,
From the
our hotel in the Bowery in New York, I work from there. We have a really nice office, but I still find myself like once a week working from the hotel just to kind of mix it up. It's such a nice area.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not a bad thing, right? To be able to switch it
No,
up every now and then.
yeah, it's not a bad office.
From even just from staying there from a guest perspective and an amenity perspective, and I know we're all kind of trying to be as tech savvy as possible. What are some amenities that kind of fit that professional who wants to make sure they have everything they need, or at their hotel stay?
Yeah, so I think the first one I think of is we always have free super fast Wi-Fi throughout the hotel. I know that's getting to be more standard, right? But it frustrates me when I'm at a hotel and you have to pay for a day rate, or it's like it doesn't really work that well.
Mhm.
So that's always throughout our whole hotel is something that's complimentary. And then yeah, we have a lot of cool features too. Like our hotel in the rooms, they're all controlled by an iPad. So you can control everything from the lights, TV, blinds, temperature, all right in one place. And then you can like stream your content from your phone or your laptop onto the TV too. So you're not kind of stuck with whatever 16 channels that the hotel has or whatever streaming services are there. You can kind of watch what you want to watch, relax how you want to. We have a desk in every room too. So if you need to take a call in private, it's super easy to do that as well. Um, and then, yeah, we just kind of try and focus on, we have like our, once you're in the lobby too, we have some type of food or beverage available 24/7 too. So if you get in super late from a flight or you're up super early and need to get to the office, there'll be something to eat, or you can get your coffee or uh, a glass of wine to unwind or something like that.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes a big difference. I've definitely been to quite a few hotels where I'm like, either something's not working or I have to go figure out how to control whatever it is. I'm not a big like coffee drinker. I'm a tea person, and I feel like I'm always the one wandering around. Where's the hot water?
Yeah,
It's like, why
I'm
is it
I'm I'm a tea person too, so I'm with you there. And it's a little stupid thing, but we actually have little like water fountains that do hot and cold water that are always on in the lobby too. So
yeah.
nice
I
little perk for you and me.
Absolutely. I got to tell you, it makes a big difference, right? Not everyone is, the coffee person, and we want to have like,
Yeah,
other options, just other options.
yeah, it's nice.
Well, from like a community standpoint, because I know you all foster a lot of those spaces and social gatherings. Um, how do you kind of help business travelers even foster that while they're there? So if someone's coming in and maybe they are looking for something to do maybe in the area, is there anything that you all do to kind of help them find that space or touch on any of those local scenes that are going on?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things, right? There's like the events I mentioned that we have at a lot of our hotels where if you happen to be staying when one of those is going on, I think that's a great opportunity, right? And then also just all the open spaces in our hotels. So we have the living room space. A lot of our hotels have rooftop bars as well. So like the ones in New York and DC both have those. So those are great places to meet people and kind of a lot of the people staying in our hotels are similar, right? They're business travelers who are there for a few days in a new city. So it's kind of a good place to do that. And then outside of that, I would just say our ambassadors are like super knowledgeable. They're all local to the city that they're living in, right? So they know everything that's going on around the hotel, whether that's the best spots to go to, or and depending on the person you talk to, the ambassador you talk to, it's going to be a different conversation, right? Because we really try and encourage everyone to like be their individual self. We don't really want our ambassadors to be like cookie cutter and all kind of seem like the same type of person, or follow any scripts or anything like that. Like, we want them to have genuine conversations and talk to guests about things they're interested in and our guests are interested in. So I think just by sitting at the bar and having a conversation with the team member that's working the bar, or when you're checking in, having a conversation with the team member there, you'll probably get different suggestions from each person, depending on what they like to do, because everyone's different, right? And I think talking to those people can really let you see how they live in the city that you're in, right? And how they experience it from kind of a local's perspective.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing. I mean, I know when I'm around in different places, I love pho, so I'm always it's like the first thing I'm going to look up and asking for when I'm somewhere, especially if it's a place I haven't been before.
Yeah.
Being able to have those open conversations is so important, and you never know who you might meet just by staying at an event that you all have, or just kind of making yourself open and available. I know sometimes we're tired on business travel, but there's also so many opportunities to meet new people in great places.
Yeah, that's how I am when I'm traveling, right? I want to see whatever that city has, whether it's my favorite food or whatever that city's food is that everybody loves there, or different restaurants. And I think that, yeah, my favorite way to do that is talk to people that live there, right?
Absolutely. So, what would you say is your favorite thing about citizenM, and how did you even end up in the hospitality industry?
Yeah, so I've worked in sales my whole career, mostly tech sales to start. So I worked for a couple of big tech companies like Oracle and SAP, but I always was really passionate about like the hospitality space as a whole. Like, I love I love going and finding new restaurants. I love going and seeing new cool hotels, independent hotels, boutique hotels, all that stuff. Even if I'm not staying there, just like being in the lobby and kind of the experience, right? Um, so my job before this, I worked for a company where I was selling technology to restaurants, basically. Or so that was kind of hospitality adjacent, but I wasn't working on that. And I really, when I did that, I was like, I loved seeing the other side of like the hospitality industry, and I was like, I'd like to be on the hospitality side of things. So that's how I ended up at citizenM. Um, and yeah, it's great. I love citizenM. I actually stayed here before I started working here, and I loved the hotel. I just had happened to find it online, and I was like, "This is a great hotel." It was perfect for. Well, I think I was going for a weekend, right? So I wasn't traveling for business, but I was working the Friday I was there, and being able to work from the lobby was like great. I loved the whole experience, and I was like, "This is a great hotel," and kind of never thought of it again. And then I happened to be looking for new jobs, and citizenM was hiring, so I was like, "Oh, that was a great hotel. Let me check out what they have." Um, yeah, and it worked out. And now that I'm here, I love it. I love it's cool selling a product, and I've always worked in sales, but it's cool selling a product that's more physical, right? I can take people and show them the hotel, and you get to see the experiences people have, and like hearing when someone had a really great experience and someone that was at the hotel, one of our ambassadors, like made their day, is like awesome. And I get to talk to people all day from all kinds of different businesses that are either building things or working for bigger companies, and different, doing completely different things, and get to see what they're excited about and what they get passionate about, and how that kind of brings them to citizenM with their travel. uh, yeah, I would say that's my favorite part. We have a great team here. I love working with everybody here. It's really a fun place to work.
Awesome. It sounds like it. Put me on the ad hoc team.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, last but not least, I like to throw in some, fun, get to know you questions here. But before we do that, our last question, I know, you all do a lot of partnerships in the community, supporting other, tech and organizations. And of course, we're a partner here at Chip. But,
Yeah.
what makes you want to partner and support other companies and organizations? And of course, what made you want to partner with us before we tap into our favorite fun question?
Yeah, I think it was just, you guys have a great community there of people working in the finance space, and we love people working with different communities and finding getting them on really good rates with us to save them some money when they're staying with us. So it felt like a natural extension, right? Where you're looking to really help people prosper in the financial space, it feels like that's a good fit with kind of just talking to you about your community and the people who are in it. That fit perfectly of how we want our hotel to be, that kind of space for people to meet and connect with other people that are doing similar things to them, and also people doing completely different things to them. So that was kind of how I.
Yeah, absolutely. I think collaboration in all ways is important. I think that, you know, we both from a perspective of wanting to champion other people, foster communication and collaboration, definitely share
Yeah.
some synergistic points. So let's see. So my fun off the script question.
Yeah.
If you could be any type of cookie, what would that be?
If I could be any type of cookie, what would it be? I can't say I was expecting that one. I would have to say a chocolate chip cookie. It's classic. It's I think the best cookie. It always is good, and I think everyone makes them a little bit different, but I think everybody's is great. Yeah.
I gotta agree with you. I would have picked the same one. I love a good chocolate chip cookie, and to your point about them being a classic, it's always interesting when I go to different places and I try different ones, and they're all different in their own right. So
Yeah, there's tons of bakeries in New York that are all doing them different, and
yeah,
I'm trying all of them.
and I'm always upset when people get it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's so simple, but it's
But
easy to
not
mess up too.
absolutely. Well, I love the tech forward and simplistic and classic style of citizenM. I think you all are really bringing something different to the market, and I'm excited about our partnership and continuing to just foster engagement on both sides. So, Ricky, happy to have you here. Thanks for playing our little fun
Yeah.
game at the end. Looking forward to continuing these conversations. And for everyone who may be new to citizenM, please tell them where they can find you all and any locations that you might have that are, you know, coming up that you can share.
Yeah, we're so citizenM. Yeah, we're all across the U.S., Europe, and Asia. Mostly the U.S. and Europe. We just have two in Asia, in Kuala Lumpur and Taipei City, and then in the U.S. we have two in Boston, two in New York, two in D.C., with a third on the way. We're in Miami. We just opened our third hotel there. We're in Chicago, Austin, L.A. We have two in San Francisco and two in Seattle. So then we're all over Europe also.
Fantastic. So definitely check out the local US travel and definitely the international travel. And again, Ricky, thank you for being here with us.
For
And we'll
sure.
see you all again soon on another partner stories where we highlight more of our partnerships within CHIP. Take care.
Thanks so much.